But because it's a new year and I have a lot of really big, big dreams for you guys and girls, for the community. And to manifest those dreams, I think it's important that I share some of the practices that have been working for me. So we've got about 40 minutes till the poker tournaments start. If we got a late reg by a couple minutes, that's no big deal. But a lot of people have been asking me what I do for my pregame warm-up. They say, I want to do some yoga or some exercise or some meditation, but I don't know what to do. I don't know where to start. All the exercise programs I've tried are too hard, too challenging, too advanced for me. So what I'd like to do today is invite you to practice some Qigong with me, or simply observe and watch what a Qigong practice looks like. You guys who are true OG gripsters will remember this book that I shared with you in the summer, Qigong for Beginners, the 8 Easy Movements for Vibrant Health. And since I read this book during the World Series, I've been practicing Qigong fairly often, not quite every day, but fairly consistently, and it's made a big difference in my life, a real positive impact. I've had a lot more energy, I've had a lot more stability and groundedness, and I've had a lot more clarity. I feel that I've made better decisions as a result of starting this practice. Main reason being, it gets the blood flowing through the body, it gets the chi moving through the body, it gets everything turned on and operating so that our organs, our muscles, our joints, probably our bones too, all those things that we need to function at our full capability get turned on and get activated. So I'm going to share the 8 silken movements with you, and then we might do another set as well for the lower back and spine area, because it's going to be a long day. We're going to be doing a lot of sitting, so to warm up that area, get some blood flowing there is very good. And these exercises you can do on your break, your 5-minute breaks, if you want to just, fix things up a little bit. So I don't want to ramble too long. We're going to begin with the 8 silken movements, also known as the 8 brocade, I think is what my Sifu calls it. It may not be the exact sequence that you know if you practice Qigong, but it's the one that my Sifu told me, and I'll do my best to explain what I know about the movements. So please feel free to join me for this. I guarantee you, 1,000,000%, you're going to feel better if you get up off your butt, out of your chair, stand up, for this is going to take like 10 minutes, and it's not going to be draining at all. So I invite you to practice with me. If that's not your thing, fine. There's always next time, but this is how I warm up for my Sunday sessions. This is how I have the energy to stay focused for 8, 10, 12 hours. Begin with just standing, relaxing, and letting the chi settle. A lot of us feel very up in our head, a lot of thoughts floating around, which is a result of spending time on the computer, exposing ourselves to lots of information, listening to a lot of podcasts, music, watching a lot of videos, reading a lot of books. We're really stuffing a lot of stuff up here and keeping ourselves caught up in our brains. And what we want to do to activate our full potential is bring our awareness and bring our consciousness down to the rest of our body and acknowledge that there is an entire organism here, not just a head and not just a brain. Okay? So really feel into your heart, feel into your gut or your lower dantian, and breathe into these areas. You can use your hands as placement to really feel where you're trying to breathe. You should be trying to move your hands out. It's simply the power of your breath. You normally just breathe to about here. Very shallow breathing, very anxiety causing breathing. Put a hand on your chest and a hand on your belly. just make those hands move with your breath. And as you do that and you bring awareness to your body, see if you can then expand that awareness to feel your feet on the ground, feel your connection with the earth. Feel into the extremities of your hands, your fingertips. And really feeling all that there is, all that is you, at least in the physical form. Just stand like this for a few breaths, slowing your breathing, deepening your breathing, calming down. Breathing deep, full, free breaths that expand throughout the body and make you feel bigger, more powerful. And once you feel that you're settled, grounded, you can feel your weight balanced through your whole foot, not all your weight on your toes, not all your weight on your heels, but stable, grounded. Your weight balanced across your feet. You can feel your feet pushing into the ground, supporting you and connecting you. You also feel your head, the top of your head, reaching up toward the heavens. We have two distinct skeletons happening. We have that for the upper body. That's the one that we want to be extending and expanding. And then right around here is where we connect with the spine or the skeleton of the lower body, and that's where we want to feel grounded and stable. So we're going to be doing a lot of free-flowing movements from the upper body, but we want to maintain that strong base, that feeling of connection with the earth. If you really want to activate it, push your feet into the ground and try squeezing, like you are squeezing your feet together, but they are not moving, and you should feel the inner muscles of the leg, it's either the adductors or the abductors, activating, and you will feel that squeeze, and that's the level of connection and grounding you're going for eventually. All right, so let's get into the practice, and we're going to start with bringing the hands to the sky. Notice my feet, rising up on my feet. Breathing as I rise. Exhaling as I relax. We're going to do 8 movements of each. Remembering this is not a race. This is not a rush. Your goal should be to breathe as fully as possible, as relaxed as possible, and to try to go close to the end of your range of motion, but not quite all the way. If you go all the way to the point that you're really reaching and really feeling the tightness that comes, your breath's not going to be able to expand fully throughout your body. So try to go about 90% of the way to your full range of motion. Breathe in through the nose, and ideally out through the nose. Deep, full, calm, relaxed breathing. All right, I'm going to go into the second motion now, which is shooting the arrow. We're going to take a wider stance. This is known as the horse stance. We're going to sink into our seat, like we're riding a horse. And we're going to extend the bow. Look towards our arrow, 2 fingers, and then release the arrow. We'll be doing this 8 times on each side. Now, a lot of you who are trying this for the first time may not have the strength in your legs and your glutes to really sink down. That's fine. Stay up here. But if you want to strengthen the leg muscles as well as the arms, really sink down with each pull. And right now what we're doing is strengthening the lungs by giving them room to breathe fully. We're also strengthening the focus of the eyes by looking at our fingertips and not being distracted by what's in the background. It's a very important practice because where you are looking, where your eyes go, determines where a lot of your energy and attention goes as well. And if your eyes are darting around all over the place, looking at any distraction, pretty girl, shiny car that comes your way, you're going to find yourself getting pretty tired out. It's important to be able to maintain that strong gaze, soft focus, eye on the prize, eye on the bullseye. So, feeling good. You're going to get some yawns that come up, and that is you releasing stale air that was trapped in the body, and those big yawns, those are wins. Those are wins. It's you getting out old stuff and making room for new, fresh air to circle. Next, we're going to connect heaven and earth, which is like the first movement, but alternating. One hand up, one hand down, 8 times on each side. Try to have one hand pointing forward, one hand pointing backwards. And do a little push at the top of the motion. You might feel some cracks in your back and your spine. That's a good sign. It means that stuff that was stuck is getting freed up. Also, you may feel some pops around your elbow joints when you go for the full extension. That's good as well. Just lubricating the joints, and the key is to hydrate after the practice so that fluids can go to nourish the space that we have opened up. It's like we're breaking down some dams, and then we're going to need to allow some water to flow. I think that's 6. 7. You want, you can kind of roll back the end of the motion. I'd say there's no right or wrong way to do this, but I think I'd be lying. I'm no Sifu though. I just do what feels right for my body, and that's what you should do too. Trust the intelligence of your body. Don't push yourself too far, too hard. Okay, next we're going to do a twisting motion that really strengthens and heals the kidneys. We're going to do an energizing mudra. So we're going to put the thumbs on the inside of the palm, which is connecting the fire with the mind. You can do this on both. If you want to add some heart strengthening, you can bring this middle finger down as well. And then just close the palm around it. Place these around your kidneys. Then we're just going to twist 8 times to each side. Try to start the rotation from the hips. We're really trying to break down the stuckness here and create room for movement and rotation. Pays off in a lot of places. And try to turn the head the whole way, twisting the whole spine. Breathing in as you begin the twist. Breathing out as you return. But if your lung capacity doesn't allow you to extend the breath that long, it's okay, just breathe whatever's comfortable. It's not important to get things perfect the first time. It's just important to get your body used to the motions. There's very powerful healing that happens with these practices. Alright, so I think that's 8, and I got a little tightness here, so I'm just gonna chop it down. Just use some tapping and breathing. You can do that too anytime you get tension. Just tap it out. Rotate it out. Shake it out. Yawn it out. Lots you can do. There's also, you can just acupressure and push directly on the point. But you gotta breathe deeply while you do this. And be someone who enjoys a little pain. It's not the most comfortable feeling to push straight into an acupressure point. But it feels great afterwards. Anyway, let's keep going through the 8. We're gonna go on to the 5th motion now, which is all about rotating to the max. And I used to have a lot of trouble with this one. So if you can't do it, don't worry about it. You can just do like hip circles. Or you can just go from side to side, but I'm gonna go for the full rotation. 8 times each way. It's a good one. If you got some low back pain after that, just tap it out. Tap it out, breathe it out. Really using some of that power breathing to move the air through the body. All right, next we're gonna work on our forward bend. So just feet steady. You want to try to bend from the hips, not from the upper back. This is one that's pretty hard for a lot of people. You want to get your hinging motion right, which is tough. So don't go too far in this one. You want to be kind of you want to be kind of going like this. So you maintain your center of gravity. You don't want to be doing this. That's no good. You want to bring the hips back as you come down. Okay, so we'll do 8 of those. Try to go as high up and back as you can, like you're doing the wave. Do 4 from the side as well. All right. Almost done. 2 more moves. Now we're going to really free up the spine and free up the hips some more. We're going to do some punching. We're going to get some aggression out. This one's taught many different ways. I'm going to demonstrate the way my Sifu taught me, which is 2 twists, and then a grab and 2 punches. If you guys have issues with tilt or aggression, doing that is very helpful. Just getting the anger out, and the punching out. Do it from the side too. It's very therapeutic to just get, even if you aren't hitting anything, just visualizing it and just really help calm you down. So if you get, tilted and you got a 5-minute break, get some punches in. Maybe get some kicks in, Whatever just helps you get that aggression out of your body and go. Okay, now we're going to do the last exercise, which is about grounding. We're going to raise the feet and then come down as to keep away disease. We're going to do this one 7 times. Really let yourself fall. Go on your toes and just drop. Feel yourself bounce. It's really good for grounding the energy. Got the energy circulating from the previous movements, and now we're just grounding it. See how you feel now compared to 20 minutes ago before we started this practice. Do a few more breaths. Calming the chi, calming the energy. And take your middle fingers, rest them on your legs, between the quadricep and the hamstring, kind of right between the big muscle groups, and just breathe. Let's see how we're doing for time. We got 15 minutes. All right, we're going to do a quick meditation, breathing technique to help get us even more calm. And to help activate both sides of the brain. There are 2 sides to the brain, the left and the right. The left is more logical oriented, the right is more creative. When the left is more in control, you're going to try to be dominant, trying to be the master personality. When the right side is more in control, you're going to be more submissive, more of the slave personality. But when both sides are equally active and equally turned on, then the neocortex, which is the master brain, the human brain, can do its job and evaluate what both these sides are saying and make the best decision for the whole being. So we're going to do a breathing exercise which balances out the hemispheres of the brain. The track that I've been playing in the background also is with the intention of balancing out the hemispheres of the brain. But if you like the Qigong and you'd like to learn more about it, this is the book, Qigong for Beginners, 8 Easy Movements for Vibrant Health. And once you know the sequence, you can do it in 5 minutes, 10 minutes. It takes no time at all. Do it once a day, you'll feel great benefit. Do it twice a day, change your life completely. Some good pictures in this book. You can see the movements, some of the techniques. A lot of good stuff in here, and they make it very simple. Now that said, it's better to practice with a master, someone who can correct your form. When I started training with an actual Sifu, my practice leveled up a lot very quickly. So it's not the best thing to learn from a book, but a book is a great starting place. Same with YouTube videos. Ancient practices like this, martial arts, meditation, you really want to practice with trained masters and with groups, but everybody starts somewhere, so whatever your entry point is, if it's going to help you take your life to another level, then I encourage you to do whatever you can to get started with a new practice that's going to benefit you. Okay, so that's Qigong for Beginners by Stanley D. Wilson. All right, so the breathing technique we're going